So you're a senior. It's senior weekend. What are the emotions?
It's bittersweet. Fresno State has given me so much, and I could not thank everybody involved enough for my experience, for the fans, and how many games I've been here. It's been such a blessing, and I'm definitely sad. I'm a little heartbroken because I don't want it to be over. I'm excited for the new journey I'm going to be facing after the real life. I'm definitely excited, but it's a little sad having to let go of Fresno State and Fresno State softball and just college in general. It's definitely going to be hard for me. But
what is going to be that journey, or what's going to be the first step? What are you looking to do after?
There's so many options. I'm enrolled in the master's program here, and I think just continue on with school. Furthering my education, eventually just trying to work. I really don't have a set plan right now because it's always been softball. But hopefully I work my way back. If I don't, then I don't. I'm here for the ride.
As you kind of approach the end, of a college career, are there certain moments and things that you start reflecting on? Like, what stands out?
Of course. I mean, obviously the championships that we've won here since I've been here, the NCAA tournaments, but I think just more importantly, just being around my teammates and the game itself. I think every time I step on the field, whether it's practice or games or even being in the locker room with my teammates, any experience is an experience in its own, and I think that the thing that I'm holding on to the most is just being around the girls and being taught by the coaches. And I can think of a million different things that you experience in your day as a Fresno State softball player, and all of it is just such a blessing, and I'm gonna hold on to all of those moments. Every time I've slid and then bled on the field, it's just those little things that you just hold on to as a player that I'm gonna really cherish and hold close to my heart as long as I can.
Is there some consolation in knowing that Vanessa Hernandez is going to continue playing next year?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of nice. At least my name, is going to be continued, and she's going to do great things with this program. She's already a great kid. She's a great player. But I think it is definitely funny that Vanessa Hernandez is leaving, but Vanessa Hernandez is staying. It's kind of funny.
How have you, what has softball done for you as far as, growing you as a person? What has this sport and playing for Fresno State, done for you as you go on further in life?
Well, your education is obviously very huge to take on for the rest of your life. That's obviously a very big key factor why we come to college and why you want an education. But just playing with Fresno State softball in general has taught me, you learn to stick with the people around you, and you learn to mesh, and you grow these relationships with people that I would have never even thought of that I would have relationships with. You grow a relationship with your friends and family being away from home. In my circumstance, you grow a relationship with the fans, you grow a relationship with everybody that you kind of experience around you, and I think that you grow a little bit as a person. I came here when I was 17 and a half years old, and now I'm 22 and I'm going to be leaving, and I can't even begin to explain the things I've learned. I can't even pinpoint things. There are things that are so embedded in my head now that I can't even, pinpoint it. It's getting up early, being on time, being studious. It's those little things that you remember and you stay with for the rest of your life. Whenever I get a job and I have to be at work at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, I know to be punctual because I did that for 5 years of my life. And I think it's just those little things that you really don't think about until you're almost done, that you think wow, this is gonna be with me forever. So
that's cool. Kind of noisy around here.
I know, the tractor.
I don't know what that's like.
The tractor.
Everywhere.
I know the pop. The pop is gonna.
We interviewed Mackenzie before you came up here. What she's doing on the base paths this year as a freshman. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I think it's
so amazing. I was here when Brenna Moss was here. I was a freshman when she broke the record or whatever her record was. I was here, and to be here as a freshman and see a senior do that, and now to be a senior and see a freshman, someone who's going to carry on this legacy in some form or some way, is definitely awesome. She's an amazing player. She's an amazing person, and it's cool that a little part of it is going to be with me kind of with that for my last year, and I think it's definitely cool what she's been able to do, and I think it's awesome that for my senior year I got to experience that. So
I mean, you never know, right? Like, as far as, like, if you guys go out and just dominate, Boise State or something, maybe it gets the attention of the NCAA committee or something like that. But more than likely, right, the NCAA tournament's probably not going to be there this year. Mm-hmm. There's some talk that maybe you guys could play in the NIT mm-hmm. of softball. Mm-hmm. As a senior, does that thought get you excited? Yeah,
I mean, I think any opportunity to play beyond the regular season is definitely an opportunity to just keep playing softball. I know that 5-10 years down the road, I am going to cherish every game that I've played here. I've probably played hundreds of games here, and I think, and away, hundreds of games away, and any experience, any opportunity for me to play postseason beyond what was supposed to be given to me, I think is a gift. So we'll see what happens.
And finally, for me, what do you think that last home game is going to be like? That pre-game ceremony, your family's here, all that stuff. What do you think is going to happen?
I think it's definitely going to be a roller coaster. Going into Boise, you definitely want to win. You have that killer instinct, you have that competitiveness, and then right before the game, you're kind of like, no, this is over. So you're kind of, hopefully I don't cry. If I do cry, hopefully I don't cry that much. And if I do, let's not take it into the game. That's kind of the thought that I had, that I don't want to take those emotions, and I kind of want to channel that into playing well, or playing as well as I can for my teammates and for the game and for everybody, for the fans. And I think that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's just kind of a roller coaster, like, I don't want it to be over, and let's do this thing, so we'll see what happens.
And when you walk off the field for that last time, if it is the last time, whenever it happens, what legacy do you want number 10 to have left behind? When you're done, what will you have left your mark on?
I think the biggest thing for me is trying to leave not only my position and who I am as a player, but as a person, and I think as a teammate, as a player under my coaches, I think just trying to leave everything better than I found it. I came into an amazing coaching staff, amazing teammates, amazing fans. I came into this knowing that it was going to be phenomenal. I knew coming into this that Fresno State was awesome in every shape and form, and it has done nothing but grown since then, and I think that I've done nothing but grow since my freshman year, since I was 17 years old. So I think the legacy I just want to live on is just being a good leader and a good teammate to my teammates, and to a fun person to watch in center field for the fans. And I just hope I leave just some sort of memory of that leadership and that player that I am. There's nothing specific, but I think just being a good teammate and a good player for my coaches and for the fans. I love them, so.
Cool. Awesome.